You are standing on a warm land, a place that will one day be called the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico. There are no cities, no humans, only dense jungle, heavy humidity in the air, and massive creatures moving slowly through a world that seems unchanging. The ground trembles slightly beneath the steps of a giant herbivorous dinosaur. Leaves rustle. The air is hot, thick, almost tangible. In the sky above, flying creatures glide and cry out with strange sounds. Everything is alive. Everything is stable. Then something changes. If you were to look up at the sky in that moment, you would see a tiny point of light. It doesn't look like the sun, not like any star you've ever seen. And the terrifying part is, it's moving. Within seconds, that point of light grows. It becomes a streak of fire stretching across the blue sky. There is no sound, no warning, only light growing brighter and brighter. Have you ever imagined an object larger than a city heading straight toward you? That asteroid is about 10 to 12 kilometers wide. It's traveling at over 70,000 kilometers per hour. So fast that the air in front of it compresses, heats up, and glows like a second sun. You still don't hear anything, because it's moving faster than sound. There is no time to think, no chance to react. The moment it hits Earth, everything disappears. A flash erupts, so bright it erases all images. Temperatures at the impact site rise to tens of thousands of degrees Celsius in an instant. Rock doesn't just melt, it vaporizes. The ground is torn apart as if the planet itself has been pierced. A massive crater begins to form, over 180 kilometers wide and tens of kilometers deep. The entire region where you stand ceases to exist. The air pressure compresses, then explodes. A shockwave spreads at supersonic speed. You don't hear it coming. It engulfs you before you can even realize it. Within thousands of kilometers, everything is incinerated. Forests ignite. The air becomes hot enough to burn skin in seconds. Living creatures have no chance. But that's only the first second. You think it's over? No. This is just the beginning of something far worse. This impact releases energy equivalent to over 100 million megatons of TNT, billions of times more powerful than the Hiroshima bomb. The ground shakes violently. Earthquakes spread across the planet, strong enough to fracture the very structure of the Earth. Far away, the oceans begin to react. Seawater is pushed upward, forming massive walls of water. Tsunamis hundreds of meters high surge outward at terrifying speeds. Not a single wave, an entire ocean in motion. Can you imagine a wall of water taller than a skyscraper crashing onto land? These waves erase everything. Forests, rocks, living beings. Everything is swept away as if it never existed. But something even worse is still coming. Billions of tons of rock and debris are blasted into the sky. Some escape into space. Some begin to fall back. And when they return, the sky turns into hell. Millions of red-hot fragments streak through the atmosphere. Friction ignites them, turning the sky into a global rain of fire. There is nowhere safe. You look up and see thousands of blazing trails falling at once, not shooting stars, millions of them. Forests begin to burn, grasslands ignite. Fire spreads rapidly, fueled by hot, dry air. Surface temperatures rise like a massive furnace. You breathe and feel the air burning your lungs. You think you could hide underground? Maybe, for a short time. But the sky is not finished yet. Dust, ash, and sulfur gases spread across the planet. They block out sunlight, not just in one region, but globally. The light disappears. Day becomes twilight, then darkness. Do you realize what's happening? No sunlight, no photosynthesis. Plants begin to die. And when plants die, everything above them begins to collapse. Herbivorous dinosaurs, needing hundreds of kilograms of vegetation each day, begin to starve. They move, searching, but there is nothing left. Their massive bodies become a burden. Then come the predators, A Tyrannosaurus Rex walks across the scorched land. It was once the ruler, but now it weakens. There is no easy prey, no stable ecosystem. Have you ever thought a dominant species could collapse this quickly? But it still doesn't end. Global temperatures begin to drop dramatically. Some estimates suggest a drop of more than 20 degrees Celsius. Regions once warm turn cold. Acid rain begins